the hell is Carlo?
Stop flexing your muscles, Jordan.
Boys waving every shit.
Bitch so bad that I'm tryna find a flaw in her. Bro can't party cause he always tryna start something. Bro finished niggas pray to God they gon' fuck with us. Line at the line, back with stuff tryna fill my rush. Blind.
Local Scene Podcast, it's Luke. I'm here today with my boy Carlo. Carlo, where are you from? Grand Rapids?
I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan.
But we're out in LA right now. Is this kind of where you stay?
No, I moved here when I was 18.
Okay.
And then
How'd that
in
come about?
August I moved to Atlanta. I moved here I was supposed to go to Full Sail University.
Okay.
Me and my parents went there, and I like got enrolled and shit, and then Jay-Z dropped that 4 for 4 album.
Yeah.
And he said, so y'all out here taking advances, like, we out here taking real chances. And that kind of, like, stuck with me. The whole album really, like, he dropped so much knowledge on that album.
Right.
And I, like, went home. It's like, Mom, like, I'm not going to that fucking place. And
So from there you went to LA?
yeah.
Okay.
And the only person I knew here was Aaron.
Okay,
Lil
yeah,
Aaron.
Lil Aaron, yeah.
And he,
So how did that come about? How did that relationship come about?
Aaron had one song out, and it was called Me.
Okay.
And a lot of people don't even know that song because he
Yeah.
didn't even release it on his page. It's like, it's still probably one of my favorite Aaron songs. It was like trap.
Really?
Like hard trap.
Yeah.
He's talking about like having guns and shit.
Okay.
And I like found it, and I just like reached out to him. He didn't have more than like 2,000 followers on Twitter. I had like 10 followers.
Yeah.
And I just was fucking with him. And then with Aaron, he like he started dropping like Glowing Pains, like starting to go up.
Right.
And I had a manager, Carl, at the time. And he Aaron tweeted like who does Twitter accounts and shit, like social media marketing, like what my manager did. And I like told my manager, I'm like, yo, like reach out to him. And then Carl, my manager, and Aaron started working on shit. Like he did a lot of shit for Glowing Pains. Like he pushed drugs like super far and shit.
Yeah.
And basically Carl like kept talking about me, like sending my music and shit. And then that's how Aaron and I like really started fucking with each other.
Yeah. Okay.
And then when Carl came out, I was in 10th grade. Carl came out to LA and brought me, and we were staying at Aaron's crib, the mini mansion. And I was just like excited to be there, like see him and shit.
Yeah, that's fire.
And then I finally was able to move out here. Then I actually moved into the mini mansion.
Oh,
I
did you really?
took the lease over because Aaron bought a crib in the hills.
That's crazy.
First roommate was Phrase.
Okay. Yeah.
And
You guys work together now, right?
yeah, we work all the time. It's more of like we just have good chemistry because he was the first artist to ever hop on any of my beats.
That's fire.
Ever.
That's fire. That's a good placement too for your first one.
Yeah. I mean, at the time it was, you know.
It was
like,
alright at the time.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
my beats weren't too good, but like he, cause I moved to LA as an artist.
Okay.
So when he would just hear me cooking up beats, cause I just being productive, you know, like.
Right.
And he was like, bro, like I fuck with this, like let me hop on it.
Right.
And then he would bring me to like the Germ session, or he like brought me to like a Germ session.
Okay.
And they weren't fucking with me, bro.
Really?
Yeah, it like really mentally established me to like, it was like a big slap in the face. Like there was like Shakewell, Zach FTP, all these motherfuckers that I like really looked up to in high school and shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, damn.
Well, that obviously has changed. You've got some really good placements now. We talked earlier. Do you want to mention some of those names?
Yeah. Well, one sec. I did get a lot of good songs in with Germ and Shake over time. Like I just kept like pressing it. I'm like, yo, like I got beats, like.
Right.
And we got Germ's supposed to drop a few of our shit. I think I'm all over his next album.
Okay. Well, that's gonna be fire. Then.
Yeah. then I just started working with I've been working with Doug. When he's in Atlanta, I really be working with him.
So how did you link up with Doug?
I met my manager now through my boy Logan.
Okay.
But when I met him, cause he manages like Doug and a lot of just Detroit artists and shit.
So is that how you kind of got locked in with Detroit people? Was
yeah,
through Doug?
Yeah. Well, no, through his manager.
Well, but working with him, was that kind of like the door open to Detroit?
It was, yeah. And it was crazy though, cause even though the song wasn't even dropped yet, like our song's is gonna come out very soon, but just like having the manager be like, oh, like he just did shit for Doug. They're like, oh, like he hard. Like
even if it's unrelated, people still talk to each other.
Yeah,
they know,
exactly.
Like this person works with this person.
Because like, Detroit's so small.
Exactly. Yeah, and we talked a little bit about that subculture. Like you work a lot with Los and Nutty and stuff, and I mean they know everybody in Detroit. You know what I mean? It's all that like.
They're very well respected.
Yeah, absolutely.
Los and Nutty were they were easily like my favorite artists in like July, August. Like I would always listen to them. And then I was so happy I got to work with them. I worked my ass off for them too. I would always just lock in literally on my laptop and shit. It's literally like only Los and Nutty beats that, and I send it to them, and really whatever they don't fuck with, it just gets sent around. Like I always give they have my priority.
Like the first choice.
They have my priority right now.
That's fire. So what other placements from Detroit do you have coming?
Face. Face. I have a feeling with Face. They're supposed to be a big artist on one of the Face songs. But we will see, I guess. I don't even. And out of Detroit is like Face. I went to a few V sessions and shit. I literally just made my first beat for V's like 2 days ago, and I sent it over, and I didn't hear back. But V's is also someone I really. I love V's. I
love V's too. He's fire. He's probably my favorite Detroit dude, preference wise. V's is probably my favorite.
But that's why Detroit is so. It's like magical, bro. Cause like you can have artists like V's with his own fucking swag.
Right.
And then you can have Face, Los Nutty, Doug, all these people, and still like, it's still Detroit, even though it's completely fucking different.
No, you're right about that for sure. You're definitely right about that.
They really, I see Detroit fucking up the industry, cause like, really what it was like, Motown is what birthed what music was for a very long time. Like they birthed Michael Jackson and shit, cause Michael Jackson moved from Gary to Detroit and did the Motown shit in the same way that Motown has their rhythm and stuff, like the boom boom, like it's the same as what Detroit is, just ultimately just a little bit faster and just more new. And I think something the next few years is gonna go fucking crazy. And Detroit is.
So is that what you've always listened to, Detroit stuff?
Fuck no, bro. That's what's crazy, bro, because like just growing up in Michigan, even like 15, 16, like even just like small parties I went to, they were listening to like Band Gang and like older Detroit artists, and like I really wasn't my speed because I was listening to Yachty, and I was listening to the slow like SoundCloud autotune, like ultimately mumble rap, like the Lil Pump shit. And so when I got linked up with Yachty, that was.
How'd that kind of come about?
He 2G's, who's this Detroit artist, Yachty's gonna pull up on him, and he needed like an engineer and a producer and shit. Really, I low key finessed it. You just wanted an engineer, but
you were like, I produce too.
And every time, even because like I'm an artist, so even when there's an engineer that comes as an engineer, they're like I make beats. They're usually like meh. But shit, they were fucking with me.
Well, that's good.
I was there for 30 hours before Yachty came.
30 hours?
Yeah. I really built this this work ethic with working with Fawny. Fawny was the first artist I worked with that had this like insane work ethic that really just taught me how to like lock in. Cause like Fawny would be at my crib and we would I would make the beat, I would engineer it, and I'd make a beat, and I'd engineer it, and I'd make a beat and engineer it, and it would be with Fawny it would be like 15, 16 hours at a time. But I would go to sleep and I would wake up to literally Fawny like pulling back up. It'd be Fawny like all his people and shit.
Right.
And that's how I met a lot of people and or like a lot of Fawny's people and shit. And so that kind of just prepared me for like moments like this. Like when I'm in the studio with like 2Gs and like the Yachty shit, I'm like really, I already had the mentality of like make a beat, engineer, and it's like for a very long time. I was there for about 30 hours.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. Just like, so he finally pulled up in that time, and you guys got.
I was fed up too, bro, because I kept hearing like yada yada yada.
Right.
And it's like, I'm like, bro, like I'm tired.
You're there for 30 hours. That's a long time.
It was a very long time. Trying to think, I like barely ate, and I was just like exhausted. And then Yachty came. I like had to like sharpen up. I'm like, all right, made the beats.
What was it like him in a room? Like what?
It was like a weird. You could tell like. I don't know. It was weird. Like in the moment, I was thinking like, damn, like he like had like just like this like energy to him that was like very like humble, bro. Like there's artists that like I could say names that no one probably fucking knows who they are besides artists themselves. That are just like almost like fucking brats, bro. Like
arrogant, yeah.
Just arrogant. Like I engineered Yachty on fucking FL Studio, bro, and I told him, I was like, bro, like I have a boy that's can pull up a Pro Tools. Right. He was like, bro, like if it work type shit. Like
right, that's fire. That's fire.
And it's like he just like I don't know, bro. He was just very cool. I met a lot of people that aren't fucking cool with this shit, bro. Like he was just an artist that I wanted to like really lock in with, work with, and stuff.
Right. And you said you listened to him early on too.
Super early.
Yeah, so that's fire then, being able to work with someone that you listen to. Like that's huge.
That's how I feel with Yachty, Zanman, Quadi Diesel, Los Nutty.
Yeah.
It was just like I don't know, bro. I'm the type to where if I like something, bro, a kid could have negative 3 million followers. And if I like you, bro, it's like I want to lock in. I want to work with you, and I'm just like fortunate enough that like it's people that ultimately get me paid and make me be able to do it for a full-time job.
Right.
But yeah, I'm pretty happy how things have been panning out.
So what's your creative process like? Like how do you usually go about making a beat?
Ooh. It's very unorthodox.
Okay.
Really what it is, shit, now I think, because I just fucking make beats. It would be like, I change it a lot. Like, I'll go through like maybe like 20 different, well, more than 20. I'll go through so many fucking sounds and shit, and I always try to find like the perfect one. And sometimes it fucks up my creative flow, but like once you get it, it's like almost game over. I think that's why like I'll have a beat that stands out. Like there's this beat that Yachty hopped on and Face hopped on.
Okay.
Like 2 different sessions.
Yeah.
And I remember that beat specifically. Like it was a very simple beat. It was literally 3 sounds. It was your melody, your 808, your hat, and it was a rim for the snare. So 4 sounds, and that took me maybe 40 minutes.
Wow. And Face and Yachty popped on it.
Yeah, not together though. That's why
No,
I had to figure that out.
Yeah.
But I don't know, like, but it's always like those kind of beats that always like stand out. Like, sometimes I'll get lucky. Like that Doug, I made this beat for Doug that's about to come out. It's really fucking. It's a crazy ass beat, crazy sample, all that. I looked at the project file like when I got home after the session, and I spent 8 minutes on it.
Oh, that's crazy.
And that's like tracking out everything.
Right. That's crazy.
Yeah. I don't know. I like, it's weird. Either I spend very long on a beat, or it's quick.
It's quick.
I'm huge into like sound design.
Okay.
That's really what I look at. Like, sound design is just fucking everything.
What exactly is sound design? I'm not familiar with
it gets just like simplified. It's like really like what kind of instrument you're gonna use for that kind of beat.
Okay.
And then it's like I'll get into it of like I'll have like an exact vision of how I want it to sound. And so like I will search and get it, but sometimes I get it like quick.
Okay.
I don't know. That's why I say like unorthodox, because it's like it varies a lot.
Right.
A lot of times I'll have Jordan, my roommate. He's this kid that I went to high school with, and I always push him and shit. Like because I was rapping at first, and he sent me beats, and we laugh about it now. It's probably the worst beat I've ever fucking heard in my life. And I still like was like, bro, come to my house, bro. Like I'll show you shit. And I like just showed him FL, and he just been progressing. And there'll be a lot of times where like he will be like my secret weapon, where I'm like, all right, like make me a melody.
Right.
I'll have him.
So just working with other people sometimes too is important.
Because it's like producer block and writer block is really a huge thing.
Right.
And so utilizing Jordan, and I have a good production team under my belt. I have Maru, he's a kid. Laws, he's a kid. Like, really use them for when I just need to like pump shit out.
Right.
There's a lot of these times, bro. Like when I did that session, my first session with Face. It was Face and V's and Los and Nutty, and I was gambling at Greektown Casino in Detroit. My manager called me. He's like, "Yo, I'm outside. Like, we're going to a Face session." And usually I don't like that, because I would like to have time to prepare and make shit.
Right.
So when it's like quick shit like that, then that's how I can rely on like Jordan and all those kids.
Right.
Like, bro, send me this like real quick.
Yeah, that's
it's like,
fire though, to be able to have that.
But I really have to rely on them to like really make fire. You feel me? Like,
Right. Yeah, you can't just have them.
because ultimately,
make
like,
some stuff that's like
it's
okay.
my name on the beat too. Like,
Right. No. Yeah, you're right about that.
I'm not gonna. Yeah. I don't know. I was telling you, I look at production. It's like a quarterback.
Yeah.
How when I send beats or make beats for artists, I try to like lead them onto like something new, like a new sound. Like, for example, like if I do a session with like Playboy Cardi, and I make like Pierre type beats.
Yeah.
And even if he like hops on it, it drops. I feel like it's not gonna be as remembered as when Pierre did it on
Right.
what is that song with Uzi, like, you know, the Woke Up Like This or Magnolia. It was like a new sound. It's like, oh shit, like everyone knows who the fuck Pierre is.
Right. Yeah.
And so like when a quarterback is passing to a receiver, you don't pass it to where he's at, or else it'll be behind him, or you really have to know, you have to see what route he's going, you have to know what route he's going. You have to hit at the perfect time.
Yeah, like lead them.
You gotta lead them.
Yeah.
So
absolutely.
that's really how I look at this shit. So now, like present day, when like an artist, like no matter who the fuck it is, like won't like a beat or something, I really take zero offense.
Really.
Because it's like,
that's good then to be able to just be like,
yeah, it took a minute. It's also like a crazy concept to like have someone you really like tell you like your work isn't good.
Right. No. Yeah, I get that.
But now now it's just like, I don't know. Everything happens for a reason too. You feel me? Like,
yeah, for sure.
I'm really just waiting on my my Jay-Z, like to what Jay was to Ye, because like with Kanye, Jay-Z was like really like the first big artist that like really was like fucking with him. He gave him $10 million. And he had faith in him, you know. And Jay-Z was a huge artist at the time, and really like trusted him to like what he was fucking with and shit.
Right.
I really had to find that artist to mesh with and stuff.
No, yeah,
I feel that way with Los and Nutty.
I was gonna say the way you guys kind of work together, it's kind of like you guys have that relationship right now. At least I feel like.
Oh yeah.
Because that's how I know you, is definitely from that Los and Nutty stuff.
Yeah.
Like, you're on like a bunch of songs on that Volume 3 tape, so.
Yeah. I met a lot of artists these past 5 years, bro. Los and Nutty are the smartest artists I've ever met.
I've heard good things about them too.
Dude, they are like, I have an ego, and I like to think I'm the smartest person alive. Then when they just say or do shit or like talk about shit that they're gonna do, I be sitting like, damn, how come I've like never thought about this and shit. They're really, I think they're gonna fuck shit up in the next few months, years.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen. I don't know when, but
Yeah, it's coming.
they're shit. I even showed Yadi Los and Nutty.
Yeah.
I played the Michael Corleone
Oh
song.
my gosh, that song goes so hard.
Yeah. We were playing music. We're just like kicking it before we started making music, and before I even play them beat or even talk to them, they were just playing just like music and shit. And I was like, I'm like, bro, give me the odds.
Yeah.
And I went on YouTube, typed in Michael Corleone, and like the first 30-40 seconds, he like, who is this?
Yeah, that's
like,
fire.
That's Los Nutty, bro. Like, yeah, he's like, man, they hard.
Yeah.
There hasn't been one person I played Los and Nutty to that doesn't like it. How I look at like Los and Nutty, it's like, if you don't like their music, you a fucking bozo. That's really how I look at it. Like, every real motherfucker that I met that's like just super cool, solid, fucks with Los and Nutty.
Yeah.
If you don't, bro, like, you weird. That's really how I look at it, bro. They say real shit, bro.
Right. Yeah.
They have a completely different sound. I really don't even consider it like Detroit.
Really.
I mean,
it's
it
more
is
trappy than Detroit. You know
it's
what I mean?
more
it's more
Los
that
and
trap
Nutty.
feel. It's more Los and Nutty. Yeah. No. Honestly, though, yeah, they do have a sort of unique sound, especially in that Detroit scene. It's not the same as like kind of that like offbeat punchline-y rap. You know what I mean?
It's
like,
bars.
Yeah.
It's swag. It's fucking Los and Nutty, bro. And really, I give Topside. You know Topside?
Topside, yep.
He really pioneered a lot of shit. Blueprint. I fuck with Topside a lot. There's not a lot of producers I give a lot of credit to. Topside.
Yeah. And he's blowing up in Detroit too. I mean, that dude's a legend.
He's a fucking he's goated for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. So what's next for Carlo?
I'm gonna do this producer tape. It's gonna be called Who the Hell is Carlo? I have like obviously Los Nutty. I have Face, GT, Germ, Big Baby Gucci, 1000 Band Fonny, 10 Cell Phones.
Wow, those are some big
Hopefully I get a Yachty.
Yeah, that would be fire.
I'm gonna see how I play my cards, but
yeah, that would be fire, bro. You got some huge staples like in the underground, especially. You got some staples on that. Like that would be huge.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. We'll see how this shit goes.
Let's talk about your tag real quick before we head out. Yeah, like King of the Hill is probably my favorite show of all time. Me too. So like that tag for me is like that's incredible. Yeah. And it's not one that you forget. You know what I mean?
I was watching King of the Hill like every fucking day, me and my roommates, and we just like fucking loved it. I love that fucking show, bro.
Right.
The character development.
Oh, it's so funny.
It's
so funny.
And I was watching it for like a whole year, like my favorite show, and then my boy Trevor sent me a Snapchat video of him watching King of the Hill where they said it.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit, like what episode, what season? He sent it and I got it. But
that's fine.
Who the hell is Carlo?
I love the funny part about King of the Hill is it's the only adult animation where the parents love each other.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty true.
Yeah.
That's
I don't know. I love King of the Hill.
King of the Hill is fire. We got a little trivia about it too today.
Yeah.
That's a little extra. All right. Same podcast. We're out.
If you spotted then hop out the whip. We in the field, you know we blitz. Feel like Chris Brown, I bust up her lip. That boy got a pussy, I can see his clit. If you're not home, I'ma shoot his kids. We gon' make a movie like Ludacris. Ship 10 pounds, I ain't new to this. Air 15, got a cooler kid. Shot Rachel Ray, she told me how to cook. Feel like Mike Tyson get hit with a hook. Feel like that the suits, I'ma raise me a buck.